Hello. What up? And welcome to week 10 of the Avenger League preview. Damn, did I miss a day this morning? Fault spot. Check it out for me. Is it even? Sure. I don't give a fuck. At least it's not unruly and unhoused looking. Anyway, let me pop that stream over there so I can keep an eye on it. What up? Welcome to week 10 of the Avenger League with a brand new league leader, John, in first place. So let's go over the rankings. We got John in first place at 6-3, and then Clay right behind him, also at 6-3. I assume I guess they played this year because he's definitely lower on points. Anyway, yeah, John with the tiebreaker there in first place. Clay in second. We got Andrew in third, leading the pack of the 5 and 4s. Wade in fourth. We got Dawson in fifth, myself in sixth, as the last of the 5 and 4s after losing to all three people ahead of me. You're welcome. Should give a big shout out to the scheduler for making sure that you all played me when Lamar was out. Thank you. And then rounding out the missing the playoffs, we got Tim in seventh, of course, playing me this week and an opportunity to jump back into the playoff picture, or be borderline eliminated. And then we got Cameron in eighth, also at 4 and 5, and then Charlie rounding it out in ninth at 3 and 6, and Raleigh taking another L this week, now in 10th place at 2 and 7. Yeah, that's your rankings this week. A lot of parity at the top. 2 games separating first and 8th place. 2 games total separating those. I'm not even gonna sit here and halfway try to figure out what the tiebreaker. Let me lift my chair up. You'll seem like get my chin cut off. Hold on. There we go. Much better. Yeah, 2 games separating first and 8th place. So a lot of ball left. Whole lot of ball left. Let's see. All right, let's go look at some transactions this week. What kind of moves? What kind of moves was people making? Excuse me. Sorry. Let's go. November 5th. I added Colston Loveland after Tucker Craft tore his ACL. Wasted $23. Didn't realize nobody else wanted him. Figured there was a lot of tight end need out there. Mostly Andrew. Thought I didn't really peg him as sticking with Zach Ertz, but here we are. Wade went after Theo Johnson for $7. John picked up Jared Goff for $1 this week. I assume that's a bye week fill in. Don't really know what his situation is. I guess we'll see when we get to that matchup. Timmy picked up Christian Watson. Going for another dart throw. We've all been there. I picked up the Bills defense. Nobody cares. Timmy went out and snatched up the Jags wide receiver 3 and Parker Washington. And then we had the Bills running back feeding frenzy after the news that James Cook was going to miss practice on Wednesday. Ray Davis and Ty Johnson going to Clay and Raleigh respectively. Dawson picking up Devin Singletary off of a pretty decent week. Well, I don't even think he did. Did he do that much? What did he do? Nothing. But a possible starter there long term, maybe a little bit of a stash play. Dawson also picking up the high upside Alec Pierce after a pretty big week last week, although a tough matchup this week. We'll get to that. And then some kicker moves. Raleigh picked up Tyler Loop, and Cameron picked up Will Reichard, who I did not know was sitting on the bench, or I probably would have grabbed him. Yeah, I don't know. I assumed. I guess they were on bye last week, right? No, he was just chilling. All right, whatever, man. That's on me. You gotta check. You gotta check all the positions, brother. What's next? What's next in these damn things? You take 1 week off and your whole shit gets thrown off. It's the wheel. It's the wheel. We don't need the book club wheel. I need the Avenger League wheel. So last week we had worst performer, which went to John. I actually need to update the announcement board for like 3 weeks. Damn. Y'all really been letting me slide. I won a week and then just stopped fucking updating it. So I guess I'll take care of that. Fuck it. We'll do it live at the end. Fuck y'all. If anybody remembers who won weeks 7, 8, and 9, well, John won week 9. If anybody remembers what week 7 and 8 were and who won them, please let me know. Anyway, fucking the fucking my stream deck updated. It fucked everything up. Doesn't even work anymore. Anyway, make sure we got 1, 4, 5, which. Okay, cool. We're good. Love the banjo, dude. Highest scoring loser. Pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I really need an explanation on that one. If anybody is in chat, don't let me forget to update the wheel after we do the whole song and dance. We can hang out and do it live. Oh, looking for my bookmark for the fantasy site. I don't know why my brain just fucking, dude. I tell you, I took one fucking week off. I don't know where any fucking thing is, man. Yeah. So whatever. Let's start the matchups. So alluded to it in the standings. Me versus Tim this week. Tim trying to get back to 500. Me trying to stay above 500. Also a battle for essentially 6th place. I think, depending on how some of the other matchups shake out. But right now I'm in 6th. He's in 7th. That last playoff spot on the line. And especially when you talk about 2 people competing for the playoffs and needing a head-to-head tiebreaker. This is a huge week for both of us, which makes me nervous for the risk that I'm about to take. Obviously, I discussed it this morning about putting in Troy Franklin against the Raiders tonight. I've had bad luck with wide receivers on Thursday Night Football. Obviously, Quentin Johnston goosed a couple weeks ago. Last week was fine. I mean, Jalen Waddle put up like 11 after not getting in the end zone and had a huge bullshit penalty call a play back where he could have been in the 15 range. And then Zay Flowers just did Zay Flowers things, which is why I'm starting Troy Franklin over him, because I don't really trust him. I don't really trust any of my receivers if I'm being 100% honest with you. But Troy Franklin's got big playability against a really bad secondary this week. Tim is getting the Eagles duo back this week. Now Saquon Barkley still got a questionable tag. After he got pulled from the Giants game with it looked like a groin pull or a groin injury. He was having a monster game that day. Maybe he just got overworked a little bit, got a little tired. Now the good news, even if he does play, is he's going against Green Bay, which I finally sold their defense. I'm done. I'm out on them. You can't put up a decent performance fantasy wise against the fucking Panthers. I'm done with you. Having said that, they have been good against the run until that Panthers game. But the Panthers and Rico Dowdle have been running on fucking everybody. So I do like the matchup for me there, having Jalen and Saquon going up against the Packers. Jalen loves taking sacks. I still don't trust them to keep them off the board, but Jalen does love taking sacks, and they're good against the run. And if Saquon can't go, I like that matchup even more. And I'm gonna go back and pick the Packers defense up. To be honest, can't fucking quit them, man. Especially considering the Bills. I think I thought they were getting some players back this week. I think they're still getting some injuries, so we'll to be determined there on what defense I'm trotting out there. Anyway, I talked about James Cook in the opening. It looks like he is practicing today. Cook was present for Thursday's practice. Obviously, no injury reports have come out. Looks like he's at least suited up. I would assume he would be limited. The thing that even if he is a little bit banged up, I don't think they're going to need him. Oh, AB came home. It was just my fucking cat doing some shit. I don't really think they're going to need him against Miami. I think Josh Allen can handle that pretty easily on his own. If he does play, if he's 100%, if he comes in without an injury designation, I do worry. Miami obviously can be run on, and the Bills can run the damn ball. James Cook loves killing the Dolphins. Maybe a little bit of a positive as they are in Miami. If they were in Buffalo in a colder weather game, I would give them no shot. But the Miami defense has shown some gusto the last couple weeks, so not quite as nervous. Now on my side here, I'm on raw against the Commanders with no Marshawn Lattimore. I'm Andrew Anderson against the Ravens. Fuck, man. Ugh. Gross. And on my side, you know, I've talked about I'm in a little bit of a mental pretzel here. I'm sitting Zay. Zay's not going to play this week against the Vikings. That I'm 100% sure on. Lamar, I just know the week that I quit him, it's going to be, and it's not even like he's been bad. Like, he's been great. He's only had one game where he scored less than 25 points. Like, that's, I mean, and it was against the Chiefs in that game where he came out early and it was kind of a blowout. So I mean, it's not like I'm like down on Lamar. It's just that Justin Herbert's been playing so fucking well, man. 27, 25, 27, and he gets the Steelers, bro. He gets the Steelers, who is number 28 against quarterbacks. So I'll agonize over that decision. And Herbert's playing Sunday Night Football. And, you know, I love having a quarterback in Sunday Night Football. It's so much fun. Steelers have just been playing in shootouts this week. Obviously, with Joe Alt having season-ending high ankle sprain, he's not playing again this season. That makes me a little bit nervous. You know, TJ Watt legacy game may be incoming, but we'll see. I mean, I have until Sunday to make that decision. Lamar goes early, Herbert goes late, so we'll kind of we'll just see how Franklin does tonight. I guess I'll see what kind of position I'm in. And then the last thing I absolutely love here is Quinshon against the Jets. Jets just went through a fire sale. They traded Quinnen Williams. We discussed that at length, and they are now benching their starting linebacker and one of their starting linebackers, Quincy Williams, his brother. Just said fuck the whole family. So I am really excited about Quinshon Judkins, and they came out and explicitly said, where's that quote? I just read it. Judkins is expected to be a big part of the offense in Week 10 against the Jets. Yeah, he coming off a bye, had an AC sprain. Yeah, I expect a boom game here from Judkins. Yeah. So I mean, I think this game is winnable. Obviously, I hate the matchups I'm looking at over here with the Green Bay Eagles matchup. It makes me feel a little bit better, but Jalen Hurts is going to get his 20. Saquon, I think, can be bottled up a little bit in that matchup if he's good to go. Hopefully he just can't go, and I'm just don't have to fucking worry about it. You throw in Woody Marks against Jacksonville. Yeah. Anyway, it's a winnable game. It's a game we both need to win. We both got 2-game winning streaks, baby. I projected a 9-game winning streak coming in here, but yeah, whatever, dude. Good luck this week, Tim. Eat shit. Love you. Let's see. We have Cameron, who spent most of the year in first place. Currently does not have a quarterback in the lineup. Oh, it's because Dak Prescott's on a bye. We don't have anybody picked up yet. I don't know who's available. Cam, you want to hit me up? I got some quarterbacks, man. Just let me know. Just let me know. I'll give you Justin Herbert for CeeDee Lamb straight up. He's not gonna watch this. I'm gonna have to text him. So I have no clue who's gonna go in that lineup here. Who's even available? It's like the quarterback's available. I would say Matt Stafford's probably your likely fill in there. You got Sam Darnold. Aaron Rodgers against the Chargers, I don't hate. And then, well, Joe Flacco's on a bye. Yeah, those are probably your go-tos. Maybe you could sneak in Bryce Young against the Saints, but I think Matthew Stafford, who is just your plug and play fill in. Everybody's going to him for bye week fills and injury fills, so I'll probably just continue that trend there. Let's see. We got David Montgomery against the Commanders. Who, I mean, I'm not gonna say their strength is the run defense, but it's definitely better than their secondary. So I am more worried about facing a wide receiver there than a running back, but I still like what David Montgomery could do there. Josh Jacobs against Philadelphia, man. Philadelphia defense is just not clicking, bro. It's weird because that's the coordinator they kept. So we'll see if after the bye week they can maybe get back to form there. Can maybe stop the run. Sorry, I shaved today. My fucking nose is itchy now because I got little whiskers right there. So you see me pick my nose a couple times. Um, yeah, but I mean, Josh Jacobs is just getting absolutely fed. Uh, dude, he had 6 straight games with a touchdown, and in 3 of those he had 2. Sorry, that's 5. I can't count. Um, he's not had a touchdown in exactly 1 game this year, and in 3 games he's had multiple touchdowns. That's just crazy. And then we got Jincy against the Broncos, which I hate that matchup. If I'm being honest. Although we saw the return of Brock Bowers did open things up a little bit for Jincy last week. Now, granted, that was against the Jags, who are nowhere near as formidable of opponent as the Broncos are. But yeah, quick turnaround Thursday night, and then yeah, I don't love it, but I mean, you got to play your studs. So what do you? Let's see, Justin Jefferson against the Ravens. Gross. Yeah, you should put up points there. It will be interesting to see. They've announced that Sauce Gardner has clear concussion protocol and will start this week for the Colts. So you would assume that Drake London is getting sauced on. We'll see if it's kind of that quick turnaround, how ready he is to go in that defense. I assume they're just gonna say get on Drake London and don't worry about it. Like, we're good, just go cover that guy, and we'll figure the rest out. Yeah, after 3 touchdowns last week, monster performance. We'll see if he can keep that up against Sauce. And I love the Lad McConkey start this week. I'm halfway tempted to throw Quentin Johnson in the lineup too. I can't trust him. Especially with that O-line kind of having the injuries they have, Johnson being the deep threat. I mean, you're just praying for a touchdown, and that's all you can really hope for. Now, Keenan and Ladd, who are just going to get open over the middle of the field all fucking day. Yeah, you're not worried about that. But I absolutely love Ladd McConkey. I think I think he gets targeted up this week. Him, Gadsden, and Keenan, I'm firing up 100%. But QJ, I just can't. You do what he did to me, man, and it's just I can't. I want to start him so bad. I want to start him so fucking bad, man. Whatever. Anything else worth mentioning here? Kyle Monungai. Is questionable now. What's going on with him? I know DeAndre Swift. Well, he missed last week, obviously, but it might just be some maintenance. I mean, he carried the ball. He was running all over the place against Cincinnati. I mean, 21.3 points without a touchdown is fucking nuts. We had 2 guys we pointed out had 2 touchdowns. Jaylen Warren and Mark Andrews both had 2 touchdowns. Couldn't crack 16 points. So, I mean, right now, no quarterback, obviously. Cameron is projected to lose by a lot, and I will agree with that. He's gonna lose by a pretty good bit, I think. I think Clay takes over, continues. He won't fall. I think he'll be in first or second place at 7-3, and kind of I think that would punch his ticket into the playoffs. Maybe not. I guess if he could lose out, I guess I'm just thinking about Raleigh and matching those wins. But I mean, you would be hard pressed to imagine he would miss the playoffs. You'd basically have to win like 1 game in the next 4. So go with Clay. Yeah, congratulations on the win. Congrats on first place, man. We got Andrew versus Charlie this week. Historically, an incredible matchup. I think they've played like 3 of the 4 closest games in Rad Avenger League history. Multiple games were like less than a point difference. So it's always a fun matchup here. Especially when they actually like get in the court and start going at it. We got the rivalry quarterback matchup. They're not playing each other, but Jordan Love, Caleb Williams, something you'd love to see on each side of each other. Jordan Love coming off a pretty brutal performance against the Panthers, and a 13-16 loss. Obviously, he lost his favorite target in Tucker Kraft pretty early in that game. Still had 273 yards. So I mean, the yardage production was there. He just couldn't get in the end zone, which is, I mean, that's where you miss Tucker Kraft. It was pretty much get to the 15 and dump a tight end screen and let Kraft just manhandle his way into the end zone all year. They worked every single play, worked every fucking time, man. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little sad. I miss him. I get a jersey. Caleb Williams just came off not his best game, but a really, really good game. Maybe his best clutch time performance, I would say. I will say Caleb Williams, for all the shit he's looked bad at times. He's still young, and clutch time, man, he steps the fuck up. Cat just walked in. Let's see, she loves to sit on the of course now she's not a little bitch. She loves to sit on the Packers rug back there. Yeah, anyway, Caleb Williams clutch time. Put up 37.7 points last week. You know, a lot of rushing this year, a lot of escape in the pocket. I mean, you all know my thoughts on Caleb Williams, but not everyone agrees. Let's see what else we got. We got Bill in the lineup against the Lions. Hate that. Bill has been one of the more disappointing young guys this year. He had the one big game where he had the 2 touchdowns against the Chargers where he put up 26. Other than that, he has only broken 10 points one time. Only has 4 touchdowns on the year after a 2 touchdown game. Has not scored a touchdown in 4 weeks. And now he goes up against one of the best run defenses in football. And without his starting quarterback. So you would imagine the box is getting loaded. I think Terry McLaurin's still not playing. Yeah, this things don't. In a 12-team PPR league, I'm benching him this week, not playing him. So we'll see, but you don't really have any other options. Javonte and Tony Pollard both on a bye. Aaron Jones, I think, is still missing practice, so it's not like you really have an alternative. If Aaron Jones gets cleared and plays against the Ravens, I imagine we'll see him fired up in place of Bill. But as it stands now, I wouldn't count on it. Rico Dowdle is back as the number one against Green Bay, who is also one of the better run defenses in football. He just put up 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. So Rico looks unstoppable when they actually feed him. It looks like Chuba has finally been relegated. So I imagine we get a heavy dose of Rico Dowdle against the Saints this week. Let's see. On the other side, Jonathan Taylor, Jahmyr Gibbs. Don't even really need to talk about them. We know what they are. You know, as good as Atlanta's secondary is, they're a little bit weak against the run. And then Jahmyr Gibbs against Washington. I mean, it's Jahmyr Gibbs, dude. Got bottled up against the Vikings, which you could imagine probably means he is dude. The Lions look that bad off a bye. I forgot they were on a bye last week. The Lions look like dog shit, dude. Off a bye, that's crazy. Yeah, I think they are missing Ben Johnson a little bit. Yeah, I think we probably see. I don't think we're seeing 35 again like he did 2 weeks ago. But I mean, I can't imagine they are bottling up too much. Oh, and then I talked about looks like Puka Nacua is going to get cleared. Amike Ibuka back in the lineup with the Bucks off a bye. After obviously he started out on fire, has come back down to earth the last couple weeks. I think the injuries just finally caught up with the Bucks by kind of coming right at the perfect time for them. They get New England. I think Christian Gonzalez got banged up last week. I think he left, and maybe they said he's going to be out for a while. Might even go on IR. I'm not going to look it up, but I know he got hurt. So we'll see what's going on there. Just realized that Andrew's firing up Jacoby Myers this week. New team against, like, I would say the best overall defense in the league in Houston. That is certainly a decision. It's not one that I would make, but it is one that you are free as an American to make. I don't think you really. I mean, you could maybe get Tyrone Tracy in there against the Bears. I don't hate that, but I guess there's not a lot else going on. Yeah. It might be time to call it on Joe Mixon, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, Andrew, if you're watching this, it might be time to give up on Joe Mixon. I think they still said he doesn't have a designation yet, and there's like, yeah, I think it's time to pack it up there and get old Trey Benson in the IR slot, make some moves, brother. Now the website right now has this projected as a 116 to 105 victory for Andrew. I think they both have players that are dud potentials with Myers and Bill. They also have a couple players that are boom potential with Bowers, Ibuka. You got Puka and Cortland Sutton on the other side. I think this is going to be a really close matchup as is customary with him playing. Jonathan Taylor, Jameer Gibbs, and Puka Nakua, I'm just going to trust. They've been doing it longer. They've been more consistent, so I will trust Andrew to get the win here. I'm not going to be shocked either way, and I think we could. They got Monday night players? Because that's when it gets real fun. No players on Monday. They got a couple in the late slot on Sunday night. Fucking gross, dude. I forgot we had the Berlin game. I totally forgot about that. I've been talking about Colts and that's gross, man. Oh, Jordan Love Monday night. Yeah, okay. This matchup's gonna be a blast. Game of the week. Calling it right here. Game of the week. Let's go. Especially if we get a dud out of Jonathan Taylor against the Falcons early on Sunday. Which, because I said that, he's gonna put up like 40 points. Yeah, game of the week, calling it. Oh, and we get Cortland Sutton versus Brock on Thursday night game. Dude, outside of my own matchup, this is the one I'm keeping an eye on. It has no relevance to the playoffs, I don't think. I guess maybe Charlie could get back in the game a little bit, but I'm really excited about their game. Yeah. All right, so let's go on to two of our top performers here, Dawson and John. Dawson took a hit last week. Actually, he's lost 2 in a row. So he's fallen off a little bit after a really, really hot start. He's been missing DeAndre Swift. Bijan Robinson has not been his usual self the last 2 weeks. After going on a little bit of a tear in the midweeks. And now he gets the Berlin game against the Colts, who just shored up that defense a little bit with the Sauce Gardner trade. So we'll see if he can get back to form in Berlin. Let's see, Drake May has just been a monster. Yeah, set and forget. He's QB2 on the year. I didn't realize who's QB1. Oh, is it Patrick Mahomes? I bet it's Patrick Mahomes. Oh, luckily he's right here. I can just click on it. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. I should have fucking known. Top 5. Yeah, Drake May's just been a set it and forget it monster. Speaking of, I mean, like, obviously John is gonna miss Patrick Mahomes a lot this week. Dud performance last week, his first real one of the. Well, no, he had the bad one against the Giants in week 3, where they just didn't need him. Yeah, so I mean, John coming out of the break here with Mahomes, having a bye, and then playing Denver next week. It's gonna be a little bit. What? Toast. Fucking bitch. Yeah. And then we'll see if DeAndre Swift can come back. I mean, that was a lot of Dawson's success is having Bijan and DeAndre Swift kind of figuring it out. Obviously, after the monster week that Manungai had, you would expect DeAndre Swift to be a recipient, a beneficiary of that offense kind of coming alive, and they get a very, very weak Giants rush defense this week. So hopefully you can get him back, and I think you're sitting in pretty good shape to get a dub this week. Currently, John has Bucky Irving in the lineup. I think he's still yet to practice. Now you got Rachaad White as a last minute switch out there if something goes wrong. But that's something to keep an eye on. Obviously, Rachaad White, he's going to get the volume there. New England's a pretty tough rush defense. You'd rather not start him. Bucky's just going to, he's just a lot more reliable. So, definitely something to keep an eye on there. Currently have Nico Collins in the lineup as well, with Davis Mills starting. Now against Jacksonville, that's probably a spot you like. They've got a pretty banged up secondary, and obviously they lost their kind of their go-to backup quarterback / wide receiver, and Travis Hunter is still on IR. So the matchup's going to be there. You just got to pray that the Texans can figure something out, man. So yeah, I mean, you can't not start him. It's a great spot, but how much do you trust Meek Mills? I talked about Alec Pierce getting picked up on the other side. We have some injuries over here. We got T Higgins on a bye, and Brian Thomas is banged up. I mean, and even then he's playing Houston, and even then he kind of just sucks for some reason. Oh, let me do that. Yeah, I don't get Brian Thomas, man. Like, I don't get it. Like, whatever. It's baffling the year that Brian Thomas has had. So, I mean, you're in a spot now where you're forced to start. Oh my God. Y'all see this? He's fucking doing it, man. The madman. The absolute madman. Double tight end. Dawson running fucking 12 personnel. Holy shit, that's awesome. Frankly, Devin Singletary against the Bears, maybe a pivot you can make. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, though. That's fucking sick. And I would love to see it done. Good for you, man. That shit's awesome. And then Trey McBride obviously is the him and Marvin Harrison, who conveniently enough are going up this week. Dude, I think he has the utmost respect for you. That's why he's throwing 2 tight ends out there, man. He respects your physicality on the line. The Trey McBride and Marvin Harrison both getting Jacoby Brissett. It's so funny. Jonathan Gannon just being like, Kyler Murray's our starter. He's going on IR, and even if he was healthy, I'm not playing him. Yeah, dude, that's, and it's on Monday, and the second tight end is coming in on Monday night. Yeah, that shit rocks. Now, so the website has this projected right now as a pretty easy win for Dawson. That is because there's a 0 spot there for Bucky Irving. So assuming you slot Rachaad White or Bucky Irving gets his projections, it's a lot closer. If DeAndre Swift can go, I really like Dawson in this matchup. If you can't, then obviously John, you know, you're going against Devin Singletary and 2 tight ends. That's a lot more manageable. So if DeAndre Swift goes, I'm gonna pick Dawson. If not, I think you got this locked up, dude. It's easy. The freest win you've ever seen. And what we have last? Oh, we've got Wade versus Raleigh. Raleigh playing for his life. At 2-7, I mean, you basically got to win out to have a shot at the playoffs at this point, where it looks like, you know, you could have 6, 7, 8 people finish 500 or better. And Wade, who has just been a little bit of he's lost 2 weeks in a row. I thought he was doing better than that, to be honest. Last time I saw him, he beat my fucking ass. So, actually, I don't think he did. I think it was a terrible game. What was it? It was week 3. Yeah, 95-89. Because that was the week that Lamar got hurt, and Derrick Henry played the Chiefs, and they couldn't do shit. Josh Allen against Miami, gross. Bo Nix against the Raiders, gross. I think we could see 2 quarterbacks here over 30 points, just kind of canceling each other out. So I really, as many points as they're going to put up and as relevant as they're going to be, I think they're going to be kind of irrelevant this game. Now, obviously, we get Bo Nix out of the way early, so we'll see how right or wrong I am in about 6 hours. So we just kind of go to the rest of it. Kamani Vidal was kind of the biggest disappointment of last week. Not on Riley's team. I think that would easily go to Roma Dunze in a game where the Bears scored 50 points. That's fucking crazy, dude. 47 points, and he didn't catch the ball once. Somehow Riley still put up like 115. Just a massive week. Kyron against the San Francisco, the most injured team in history. Yeah, I mean, Kyron just gets volume, he gets touchdowns. That's just kind of what he does. Now on the other side, I would absolutely hate to be staring at Devon Achane playing the Bills. It still baffles me what the fuck the Chiefs were doing last week. Just every time Mahomes drops back, patted the ball 6 times and tries to throw it deep, and like the Bills have one of the worst rush defenses I've seen in the league. It's maybe second only to Miami, and even Miami the last 2 weeks I would say has been better than the Bills. But you got Devon Achane here against the Bills, who don't really have any option but to run the ball, or throw it to Jalen Waddle. So I would hate to be staring at that. Now, what I would love to be staring at is Breece Hall against the Browns. The Jets' offense is pathetic. And I think they're starting Justin Fields again this week. I don't know what the status on Tyrod Taylor is, but already a very stout rush defense, and they can probably just load that box with 10 dudes. Let's see what do we got in the wide. I mean, Jackson Smith-Njigba is the scariest wide receiver in history, even though he couldn't even outperform Jason Myers. Kind of a bitch. Once again, in a game where Sam Darnold was setting career highs and playing probably the best game of his career, or one of them, Jackson Smith-Njigba, I'm not going to say he was bottled up. He saw 18 points, but really was expecting 30. Let's see. Devontae Adams has been incredible with Puka out. It looks like Puka's coming back. Just a touchdown machine. 5 touchdowns in his last 2 games. Jesus fuck, man. So we'll see if he can continue that against, once again, a very, very banged up San Francisco defense. You're kind of just playing, pick your poison here with Kyron for Raleigh and Devontae for Wade. Honestly, both of them would probably be just fine and dandy with Puka going off. Let's see. Wade picked up Theo Johnson. We talked about that. He's got Jake Ferguson on a bye. Nice little plug and play against the Bears, who give up some chunk plays to tight ends. Let's see, anything else. Brandon Aubrey's on a bye, so we'll see what kind of kicker situation he's got and who he's going to drop for a kicker. That is going to be really interesting, because you're not putting Brandon Aubrey on waivers, I wouldn't think. You're not dropping Kamara. You're not dropping, maybe you drop Daniel Jones, but I don't think so. You're not dropping Chase. You're not dropping I guess RJ Harvey would probably be your go-to there. He's going to get snatched up. Travion, maybe you finally give up on him. Personally, I would. But, to each their own, man. Even last week with Ramondre out, he wasn't doing shit. And if he doesn't do shit this week against the Bucks, then, you could probably give up on him. Let's see. Website's got this projected as a 16-point V for Raleigh, actually. That is with a 0 in the kicker slot. Now, even Brandon Aubrey's not going to make up 16 points there in the projections. I don't know that I agree. Yeah, I think Devon Achane has a monster week. I guess it balances out with Breece Hall. So maybe I will go Raleigh. I think he's going to have a more consistency across the board. I think you could see a situation where Devon Achane puts up like 35 and Breece puts up like 2. They just kind of balance each other out as like averaging 15 apiece. I'll go with Raleigh to keep things spicy, keep things interesting. It's always fun when everybody's technically in it with like 3 weeks to go. I don't really want anybody eliminated till about Thanksgiving, man. I want to ruin somebody's Thanksgiving. So that's all the matchups this week. I don't know if anybody's in here. I don't know, John, if you're still here. Can you help me figure out what the fuck the last like 3 wheel runners were? Well, I guess I can just go back and watch. I know last week you won. That's pretty easy. Sorry, I just got fed a YouTube short about Bill Hader auditioning for Jurassic Park. It's real weird. Who's he gonna play? Malcolm, I guess. Ian Malcolm of Goldblum. Let's go viewer channel. I need week 7. What was week 7 videos? Was that when I started doing? Oh yeah, it was the first one I did live. Okay, cool. Oh, and I was at the wheel last time I watched this. I guess I've had this thought before and just never did it. Of our leading scorers, that is no longer the case. Charlie has fallen to our. Sorry, you're not getting double me. Let's see. #1 non-quarterback in fantasy. When the fuck did I spin the wheel in this video? Oh, there it is. All right, lowest scoring starter. Oh yeah, that was the week Cameron won, because I think so it was week 7. I think Cameron won because the DZ's defense put up -4. Play. Yeah, Jaguars defense -4. All right. Edit. 7. Scoring starter. That's sitting back of the boys. That was Jaguars DT with -4 points. Enter. Now we go to week 8. Which was also live, I think. Oh yeah, that's when I went on the Raleigh rant. Still mad about that, by the way. But I don't know. I mean, securing at least going 1-2 against him has calmed me down a little bit. I haven't even looked at our other matchups to see what he's got going on, but I feel better about it now. What the fuck did I get up and walk away for? Best manager. Search. Wheel. Even know how to look that one up, if I'm being honest. Week 8. Can I do that from the leaderboard? Best. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Week 8. Oh, was that John again? John also won. Nice, man. Proud of you. All right, week. Best manager. At Yuck. If you fuck. Let's see. What if I search for like $10? Oh, yeah, there you go. All right, you'll talk about it. All right, announcements, best manager, no keep you duck. Only missed your projections by 1 point. All right. Shift, and we had, oh, did you win 2 weeks in a row, dude? Week 9. The best performer or worst performer? I can't remember. That was we did that as a short. Worst performer. Yeah, it's all caught up. All right, worst performer, and John won. Missed his projections by how much? Are you serious? This dog shit website won't show me. I have to go to the app. Ew. recap. Maybe it's under there. Points breakdown. Don't want that. All right, whatever. Just pull the app on my phone. I hope y'all are loving this. I hope y'all are loving just me just talking to myself and sitting in silence. I got 4 emails for. The fuck is emailing me, man? All right. Let's see, John. That doesn't make sense. It says you were projected one out, whatever. Worst performer at Nuck. I think. Oh, I mean. Oh, it wasn't John. It was Andrew. Okay, that makes more sense. I guess I was looking at that. All right. I got it. All right. I got it. At Straw Hats. That makes way more sense. All right. That's right. You missed him by 30 points. Let's go. Projected 124.16. Actual 94.2. All right. Okay. All right. I'm glad we sorted that out. Everybody calm down. All right, man. That's it. Will announcements are updated, it looks like. Let me know if it's wrong. And I'll see y'all for Thursday Night Football, man. Love you.